Marvel character Wolverine is back on the big screen this weekend, and he's flying solo once again. The Wolverine is the 6th installment in the superhero movie franchise, and fans are hoping this one gets it right after 09's disappointing X-Men Origins. Aaron Dicer joins us this morning. This one a step up from the last movie that was ripped by the critics.
Yeah, Origins was ripped by the critics. Actually, I think there was one in between there, X-Men First Class, that actually was a little bit better and people enjoyed a little bit more. Disappointing news is we're kind of back to, at least for me, one that's a little bit disappointing. It's kind of like they made a good movie, they just didn't make a good X-Men movie. And that's important, I think, when audience comes into something expecting an X-Men movie.
Yes.
Now, this is a great drama. There's a lot of human drama to it, and of course, Hugh Jackman is incredible. He's amazing in this.
I like Hugh Jackman.
He's kind of carried over a little bit of his Jean Valjean into his Wolverine, and they don't exactly mix. No.
Well, watching the video there, I mean, it looks super like action-packed.
Well, that was about 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And there are those moments.
Yeah,
there are those moments in the movie that are fun and have action, and the martial arts in this, I should say, is really, really good. But it's just too far and few in between.
Yeah.
And so it leaves you going, wait, did I come to see like a drama, or did I come to see an action movie?
Right.
And when the action happens, it's good, but it's also stuff you've seen before. I mean, you just saw a little bit of a fight on top of a train. How many times have you seen in an action movie
Lots of times.
people fighting on top of a train? It's happened.
Yeah.
So there is that little bit of been there, done that that happens as well.
So this one's all about the Wolverine, but do any other well-known mutants from the franchise show up?
No, not at all. And that's another thing about it not being an X-Men movie. It's just Wolverine. There's actually only 3 mutants in the entire movie. Him and 2 others you've never met before that have kind of interesting, maybe mutant powers.
Yeah.
And for me, when I go to see an X-Men movie, like the vastness of that universe of superpowers is what attracts me. Like, you can do so many things. And so when that's not in there, I just kind of go, why am I here? Why are we doing an X-Men movie? You could have done this with something else.
Okay, so the story is set in Japan.
Yes.
Right? Tell us a little bit about
the whole thing takes place in Japan, which is a really smart marketing move on their part. You'll see movies do this a lot these days, where they have a setting in an international market because so much of their money comes from international markets these days. And I talked to my brother, who's a big X-Men aficionado, and he thought they were going to talk about some of Wolverine's origins, being in Japan and different things, but they never touch on it.
That was weird.
So it's just one of those things.
Your tongue.
No, it's okay. It's just one. That's Viper, one of the other of the 2 X-Men that are in this. But it's just one of those things that overall I didn't think had a major impact on it.
Okay, so best thing, worst thing, and then overall grade.
Yeah, let's start with best thing. Best thing is the quips. Hugh Jackman is hilarious in this. When he's given those Wolverine lines, which is Wolverine being Wolverine, it really is fun and funny. That was my favorite part of the movie. Worst thing, I'd probably say the lack of mutants. There's just not enough mutants in an X-Men movie. It's like that scene in Jurassic Park where they say you do eventually have dinosaurs in your dinosaur theme park. You do eventually have X-Men in your X-Men movie, right? But no, not in this one. It's just Wolverine.
All right,
I'd say overall grade because of those things, and also a pretty awful ending.
Yeah.
I'd say probably like a C+, somewhere in that range.
Well, we are getting the hard rap, but The Way Back and Fruitvale Station, those are both out too.
Oh yeah, those also came out this week. I highly recommend both of them. If you want full reviews, you can check out the website and check those there. But
Will do.
They're very, very good.
Okay, thanks, Aaron Dicer this morning. We will be back with more.